Hello, welcome back to Rich Tech. Today we are going to see how we can change the casing of our Magsafe charger. Here we have a 60-watt Magsafe charger, and it has both a worn out casing. You can see this is dirty and filthy, and also the cable is worn out, completely gone. The only thing which remains intact is the connector right there, but the whole charger is done. So we want to give a new lease to this Magsafe charger. Can it turn out to be a new charger altogether? Let's find out. When you want to change the casing of this Magsafe charger, the first thing we do is to put our pair of pliers right where the clips go, and we pull these apart. I've already done this on the other side, so the charger is partially open, so I can put my clip right here and pull these apart. To pull it apart, this one is breaking several places. And one of the reasons why I'm changing this case is because it broke right here too. So you pull it apart. The glue is quite tough, so you can see it's breaking unevenly right here, but this should come out pretty easily now. That's it. And this other side, you can use a screwdriver or something sharp right there. Put it there, you pry it up, and it will leave the inner part of your charger. These are the old casings. You can see it's very dirty and worn out and torn. And this is the inner part of your charger. Because this is a replacement charger, we want to give a new body to. Now, to get a new body for our charger, we have this a replacement charger, which is also fake, not genuine. One of the properties of these fake chargers is that they have good packaging. As you can see, all the writings are there, and the casing is pretty clean, and the cable too is an original cable. It's working. I've tested it. So we want to use both this casing and this cable on our charger right here, and the charger which we want to put it in is here. And if you haven't watched my video on genuine versus fake chargers, I'll put a link in the description below, or you can check this video right up here. Now, this is a fake charger. If you look at it from at the inside, pry it open, you can see it has few items in it, or few components. So that shows you it's a fake charger. But I will direct you to the genuine versus fake video, so that you can look at those, and they'll help you in your purchase next time. So without wasting much further time, I'll open these two just as I've opened this other one. I've pried it open, and it's partially open. Now let's pull it all the way apart. Most of these fake chargers blow up pretty easily, so you'll find that they will wear out while they're still new. They'll blow up while they're still new, so this casing will remain clean and new looking, but the charger itself is blown up. So just pry this open just as we did the other one. As you can see, it's pulling out pretty easily. And this is our casing, and this is a good replacement casing for our charger. Now, since this video is not about replacement of the cables, I've gone ahead and soldered the cables, the new cable, onto the charger, and I wanted to spare you that so that I can move on to the main thing, which we have to do is to replace the casing. There is our new casing, and we want to fit it around this charger. Now before you do that, once you remove the old casing, some bits of plastic usually remain on the edges, especially on this power input side. So we'll go ahead and use our razor to trim this down so that it becomes smooth and it can fit onto our edge right here. And where from the donor casing too, you may have some plastic stuck at these edges. You can also go ahead and remove those before you fit it onto the charger body. So let's go ahead and remove these bits of plastic up here and make sure that these will fit in nicely. You can also go ahead and remove some of these plastic projection on the inner side here. Some casings don't allow this projection, so you can cut those off if you have to. Otherwise, if this one fits, you fit it first of all into a casing and see if there is any problem, then we will finish the work. Now I have trimmed all around this power input plastic, and now it looks ready for our fitting. You can use a sharp razor for that. Trim all around. If you need to cut off excess material, do so. Now you can go ahead and fit while you do that. For the fitting, this is fairly straightforward. So placing the charger inside the casing. These are the areas you should look at careful. This area right here. Make sure this fits in nicely and there are no spaces at the edge right here. And this one looks to be fitting okay. I place on the other piece of the casing on top of it. Make sure you don't pinch the wire here, and again make sure this is fitting snugly. There is no space in between. Same to this side, same to this side. Here we'll have to pinch it a bit harder so as to make sure it fits in okay, but this spacing is not so bad. And of course this edge around here and this other side. So once we fit this, we know it will fit nicely, so we can go ahead and glue it all around. Now before we glue these pieces of the casing together over the charger, we want to identify the two different kinds of pieces that they are. You'll notice at the edge here, one has a depression and this other one has a projection right here. So we want to fix this over this. This edge goes right in here. So the first thing we'll do is to place our charger on this other one, which has the depression, and affix it to that point. Then we'll put glue all around this edge. Let me turn it this way so that you can see it clearly. This edge, raised edge, all around, and then now we can fix this over the charger. So the first thing is to put glue on this edge, the edge which fits in here. This casing has a depression, so you identify the casing with the depression and you affix the charger to it first of all. So in this case we'll put glue halfway, from here halfway round, then up to here halfway, and then we'll fix this side of the charger to the casing first of all. Placing glue is fairly straightforward. Just put a little bit, don't put excess. We don't want any glue seeping around our edges once we are through. Just a little film of glue, like this is super glue, all around the edges. If there's any seepage, like in this case, wipe it away before you stick these two sides together. If you do not do this, when you squeeze this joint shut like this, it will spill out. So let's squeeze this shut. You can hold it for a few seconds. Make sure that it fits in tightly. And that is done. Once you place this side of the charger onto the casing, next thing is to fit this junction in its position right there. And to do this, you don't want to cause stress on these cables or these wires. So the best way is to make a circle, turn them into a circle, make a nice circle on it, and then push the cables inside, then fit the junction in its place, just like that. So the cables don't have stress, they're in a circular motion right in there, and here the junction has fit perfectly in its position. Now these are waiting only for the upper casing and the clips. This is the upper casing. We want to prepare it to stick onto the lower casing. Apply glue all around on the raised portion only. Here you'll apply it on the inside raised portion. You don't want to glue on the outside part. Go around all the way. A good rule of thumb is to apply the glue only on the raised portions. We will not apply glue here because there is a depression here, so we'll apply it on this side. And in this part you can apply it all around. This is super glue. Apply it on the inner portion of this lip. Now once you applied glue, this is a time conscious step. We need to quickly glue the parts together. Before we do that, we'll apply glue on this raised portion of the charger. And you have to do this quickly because our glue is starting to set on the other casing. Once you apply this glue right around, bring our upper casing, place the front part first over the junction, like that. Then ensure the back portion fits in nicely. Don't squeeze it shut first of all. Put in the clips quickly, the inner clips. Make sure they go in nicely. Once you do this, put in the outer clips. The outer clips go into their places. Then now squeeze the charger shut. Make sure all the space around has been covered. If you have a vice grip, you can hold this in it tightly so that it sets with no line or space in between. Now I'm squeezing this with my hands, but you can do better with a vice grip. Now check this charger out. It is new. You can't believe or imagine it was our old looking charger. The joints are neat and perfect, just like a new charger. The cable is also replaced, so it's also new looking. And this charger is ready for a new lease of life. Thanks for watching. If you like this content, kindly consider subscribing, liking, and also sharing. I also like to hear from you. You can give comments and tell me how you can go about this.